Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Welcome back, everybody, to another Minecraft mod showcase. And today we're going to be checking out the Grappling Hooks mod. And these things are really fun to try out, actually, like really fun. So there's 3 in this mod, and they all kind of work in a very similar way, but they have some different features in each of them. So I'm going to show you how to craft each one first, and then we'll give them a test run. So the first one here is the webhook launcher, and the webhook launcher can be crafted using 2 string, 1 bone meal, 1 launcher prototype, and 1 webhook, 2 light blue dye, and 1 bone meal on the top corner as well. So for the launcher prototype, it's going to be 1 redstone repeater here, 1 redstone repeater here, 2 buttons, and 5 iron like so, and that'll give you the launcher prototype. And the webhook is going to be 2 string and 1 cobweb, and yeah, we're going to take that. And the next one is the Pudge hook launcher, and this is made using 1 rose red dye here, 1 dandelion yellow dye here, 2 string and 2 grey dye here, and the same launcher prototype we used in the last one. The Pudge hook, which is crafted using a stick and 4 iron like so. We're going to grab that too. And the next one is the spear hook launcher, and this one's crafted using an ink sac, a grey dye here, 2 string, 2 bone meal here, and the launcher prototype again, and a spear hook, which is crafted using an iron, 4 iron and a stick like so. We're going to grab that too. So basically these are kind of realistic grappling hooks in the game. They have very realistic physics for Minecraft, to be honest. So I'm going to use the sheep here as my little guinea pigs. So we got our boy the sheep here, right? So if we look at each grappling hook, or the hook launcher, whatever you want to call them, so if we look here and we press shift, right, it has a bunch of different keybinds and stuff for actually using it. So to launch it, it's left click. To reel and unhook it, it's Q or X. To pull, it's right click. To loosen it, it's left click when you already have it launched, that is. And to boost up, it's going to be Q or X while you're pulling. So, and then to release it, it's going to be left click while holding down shift. So we're going to left click on this sheep here. Come here, boy. So they don't all hurt the mob. I think just the spear hook one does. So if I right click now, it'll pull both the sheep and me, because it's relative to your weight, actually. So the sheep would weigh about the same as me. If you look at size comparison, he seems to be about the same size as me in mass, not in height. In mass, he's about the same size as me. He takes up the same amount of space. So yeah, we both weigh pretty much the same when it comes to these hooks. So if I left click now, if I hold down left click, I can walk back and kind of let out some more rope so the sheep can get away from me. And I can get away from the sheep. If I pull, he comes towards me. If he pulls, I go towards him. It's kind of like that. You have to do kind of a tug of war kind of thing. But yeah, you get the idea. So I'm very slowly pulling him towards me. And if I right click, it'll bring the hook or the cable closer to each other, and it'll kind of like bring us together that way. So and then I can right click again, or left click again to leave out some more, and right click to repeat the process, that kind of way. And if I want to leave go of it, all I have to do is so I'm going to bring that in a bit more. I'm going to have to press Q or X to let go of it, I think. And there we go. Let's go of the hook, and we can just left click again to put it back into him. So yeah, that's basically the main commands and stuff there to actually do that. And if you look at this again, we can boost up by pressing Q or X while pulling. So pulling is right click. So if I press Q like that, it's supposed to boost me up, but I don't know, it's not really working for me, I guess. I have no idea. So let me get that. Okay, he died. That was clearly going to happen. So we're going to use that again on this guy. And if I right click now, I think if I walk backwards and press X, I don't know. It doesn't seem to work for me for some reason. I guess that kind of worked. I don't know, man. I really don't. Anyway, let's try on this guy. If I press left click, maybe. No, I don't know. It literally just releases the hook when I press Q or X while pulling. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, so that's the basic one. The spear hook launcher is the one that does damage. So if we check the stats here, the hook strength is 5, rope elasticity is 0.6, rope max length is 64, and that means 64 blocks, by the way, and reeling speed is 0.5, and the boost up strength is 1. So if we were to like attach it onto the house there, oops, that went a bit too far. Come back, there we go. Do it again, and if I right click, it'll boost me up, but it's not as fast as you would expect it to be, I guess. The other ones I think are a bit faster. And also the cool thing about this one is it actually goes through windows if you grapple those, so it goes straight through glass blocks basically, which is kind of crazy. So that's that. And yeah, it's just kind of a grappling hook. So if I were to launch that into the ground there, I cannot run away from this thing really. I'm kind of trying to, but I think it's glitching or something. So if I wait, okay, there we go. If I hold down right click and run, I cannot move right now. I'm holding right click and I cannot move. But if I kind of release it, I can move. It's just very slow, but I can move. And if I hold down left click, I'm able to move normally, basically, because it's just leaving out a bunch of rope for me to run. If I hold down right click again, it brings me straight towards where the hook is. So yeah, very, very cool item like that. So if I can, there we go. So yeah, it depends on the size of the mob, as I said. So we're going to try out some of the different sized mobs in the game and see what we can do. Okay, so I've grabbed some different mobs of different sizes. So the first guy we're going to try out is actually the Iron Golem. I will try out the other hooks too in a sec. It's pretty much the same stats for most of them as far as I can see. So the difference between the hook strengths is the first one has 0.5, the spear one, the Pudge one has 10, which is very fast actually, and the web hook is 2. So then rope elasticity, the Pudge hook has 0, the web hook has 0.95, and for max rope length, the Pudge one has 32, and the web hook has 76. And then for reeling speed, the Pudge one has 0.7 and the web hook has 0.8, and they all have a boost up strength of 1. So I'm gonna put the I don't think this one hurts mobs actually. Let me see. No, this one doesn't hurt mobs. It does launch them forward very quickly though. Wow. And the web one also doesn't. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put this in the Iron Golem. So let's see this. Right, I'm pulling as kind of hard as I can backwards right now, and he's like barely moving a little bit. If I hold right click, it kind of brings him towards me a bit because I have a bit of leverage on this block here. I can't really move forward. So yeah, but he can definitely pull me too. Like, look at this. If he moves anywhere, I think I'm going to be going with him pretty much. Yeah, he's kind of dragging me along with him because he's a lot bigger of a mob, obviously. So yeah, that's very cool. I like that. And there's also like a parrot, for example. So we're gonna grapple that guy, and if I right click, he'll be pulled towards me a lot faster than I'll be pulled towards him because he's a small mob, you know. He has very low center of mass and stuff like that, so we can just hold right click and he'll kind of come towards us at that point. I'm gonna leave out a bit and hold right click and he'll come flying towards me when I do that. So that's really cool. And then there's like some other kind of medium sized ones, like an Elder Guardian, for example. Yeah, if I as you can see, the Pudge one is kind of crazy. It'll literally launch mobs towards me. Like that, but because Elder Guardian is so much bigger than me, it'll pull me towards him instead of vice versa. But if I use it on this guy, he'll, oops, didn't know that hurt him. I think I just punched him actually, it wasn't even, yeah, it kind of pulls us both, but it pulls him more, because, oh, he went all the way over there. Okay, I'll do an F5. Oh, I can't hit him. I cannot hit him. I cannot, oh, there we go. Oh my god, it launched him back behind me, that was crazy. So yeah, the Pudge one is definitely a lot of fun to use. So I'm going to try it on the house actually for a second. Whoops. How did I hit the window? Does it not work on... Huh. Guess it doesn't work on buildings. Only mobs, I suppose. Okay. Whatever. So yeah, as you can see, really fun to mess around with. I'm gonna grab this. Oh my god. Oh my god. So the horse, again, is a bigger mob than me, if you look in size comparison. So it launched me, not the horse. And yeah, it moved him a tiny bit, but it didn't move him as much as me. So then you have the Elder Guardian, who it'll just completely pull me, basically, because he barely moves when I do that. But yeah, it's just really cool, like, physics objects, the way you can kind of move things around. So, as you can see, the sheep isn't really moving when I'm flying up in creative. But if I leave out some space, and then I go up here, and then if I right click, he'll come flying up after me. And if I release him here, it'll just drop him. It'll just drop him. I kind of meant for him to die, but he survived. You live to fight another day, sheep. You live to fight another day. And then there's also a villager. Villager, same size as me, basically, just a bigger head, I guess. So if we right-click this, we kind of both go flying a little bit in that regard. So villagers are kind of equal to players when it comes to this mod, I think. We both have the same kind of mass in that way. So, whoops, didn't mean to throw that. Oh my god, which one is it? It's the web one, okay, or the spear one. So do that again. And as you can see, we both kind of get dragged at the same speed towards each other because we're the same size. So yeah, that's kind of, yeah. And there is one more thing I wanted to try out with this. It's a very simple mod, so there's only 3 items. Really quick mod showcase today, actually. But I wanted to try out one thing. It is still definitely a mod worth kind of testing out and seeing for yourself, because it is very, very cool to mess around with, especially with friends. I'd imagine like you could have so much fun with friends in this thing if you both attach like hooks to each other and then just mess around a bunch and start running around in circles and stuff. Oh my god, the possibilities are just endless, honestly. So I'm going to spawn an ender dragon here, right? And I'm going to, oh, they don't have the AI anymore. Oh, that's such a shame. I was going to, where's this hitbox? Oh, does it not work? Oh, he just disappeared. Okay. I can still hear him. I was going to try attach a hook to him and see if he flew around with the hook on. That'd be so cool. I would imagine that would work in older versions than 1.9, but because they changed the boss fight in the end, he doesn't have an AI really anymore in the overworld because there's no crystals or anything like that. So yeah, it's a shame. But anyway, yeah, that'll pretty much do for this mod showcase, actually. Really quick one today. But there wasn't a whole lot to show with this. It's just the 3 items, the 3 hooks, and they are quite similar in the way they work. Basically, this one just really launches you really quickly towards only mobs. This one is a weapon that you can deal damage with, as well as grapple onto buildings and pull mobs, but just slower. And the webhook one is just kind of another grappling thing for buildings, more specifically. So you can just kind of run on buildings nearly with the webhook one. So that will do it for this really quick mod showcase. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like on the video. That would be greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. If you want to see more mod showcases like this, there's a playlist on my channel with a bunch of them. You can go check those out if you are interested in mods and stuff like that in Minecraft. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.